finally back on the road. Got a load today going down to Tennessee. It's decent pay. Wasn't the greatest, but not much to choose from my area today. So I said screw it, better than just to sit at home and not do nothing. So definitely get a chance to really test out the truck and see how it's doing as far as the alignment, front tires, and all that stuff is. This thing is has a pretty light load. It's only about a 15,000 pound load, if that. Still pretty windy out here. Peekaboo. What's going on, everybody? Boy, it's been an interesting week out here this week. Well, short week anyway, but sun is bright. Well, at least it's sunny. So just to recap the week so far, got loaded in Michigan, obviously. Went down to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Unloaded yesterday morning. I was a little skeptical of the place because I read the Google reviews, and what I'll do too is I'll pull up obviously the address on my phone, and I'll do a satellite view of whatever I'm going to unload, just so I can see what's around there, and you know what the best way to get in is, and everything else. You know, thank God for that. Just makes things a little bit easier. But I also pull up the Google reviews if there are any, and you know, I try to obviously be a little I guess open-minded maybe, and not take everything to heart. You know, sometimes people write reviews that were just ticked off for whatever reason. But this particular place had some pretty bad ones, so I was kind of preparing myself to be down there for quite a while to get unloaded, is what everybody else was saying. But I got down there, and you know, obviously, you know, just always start being nice to people, no matter who they are, what they are. They deserve that at least, you know. And if they reciprocate, you know, it's all fine and dandy. But if they're being an a-hole to you, then well, you got to make a decision there whether you want to give them attitude back or not. Sometimes though, that's not the best thing to do, especially if you want to sit, if you don't want to sit at a receiver for a while. My appointment wasn't until later in the day, so that made me even more, you know, scared, I guess you could say. But I got there first thing in the morning, talked to the gentleman at the receiving office. They had a dock open, they put me in the dock. They didn't start on me right away, that's pretty normal. Everybody does that. But when they started, they knocked me out, and you know, from the time that I bumped the dock to the time that I actually pulled out, it was about an hour and a half, which is not bad. I've been to obviously a lot better places, but I've been to a lot worse places. So that was a pleasant exchange. Then my man over there at AGA, Louis, found me a pretty good load. Picked up in Spring Hill, Tennessee, which is just south of Nashville. So he dead-headed there. It was about 150 miles. But the load paid very, very well. Even with, you know, my dead-headed miles factoring into the actual miles of the whole miles of the trip, you know, it still averaged over $4 a mile. So, and it takes me home. And I'm like, phew, that's a no-brainer. So I went and got loaded. And then when I got out of there, it was about 4 p.m. maybe. No, it was actually a little bit earlier than that. So anyway, I got loaded there. I head out just before Nashville. I-65 is shut down due to an accident, so I got to go around that. And I took, God, I don't even know what the heck they were, but I went around it, jumped on the other side on 24, and then went with 24 to, you know, get the, whatever the loop is, to go back up 65. About a 45-minute delay with that. And then as soon as I, you know, finally got out of the Nashville area, traffic started to die down. I'm thinking, great, you know, off we go. About 10 minutes later, I get an update on my GPS saying there's a 73-minute delay up ahead. So I'm thinking, what the heck's going on? I didn't hear anything on the CB radio at that point. So I just kept on driving, kept on listening, nothing. I'm like, well, maybe the GPS is, you know, finally taking a crap. As I'm getting closer, I start asking people for an update, you know, southbound for an update on northbound. And apparently the, you know, all lanes are blocked due to another accident. So I said, oh crap, here we go again. Decided to go around it. And that took me a little bit, you know, far. It's like, you know, grabbing your left ear with your right arm, kind of going like this. But I didn't want to get stuck in that mess. And the backup at that point was about 10 miles or something. So even when the accident was clear, would have been cleared, it still would have took a while for everybody to kind of get going. So I said screw it, went around it. And then got back on 65, fine and dandy, get to Kentucky, boom, another delay. So at this point I'm thinking, what the heck is going on, man? You know, and it's gorgeous day yesterday. It was a little bit, you know, a little bit breezy, a little bit, you know, chilly, but gorgeous day. It was nice and sunny. There was no nothing. I mean, it wasn't freezing. It was probably 50 degrees. So I'm thinking, what the heck's going on, man? Like, the weather's not bad. So I don't know what is going on with everybody. I don't know. Maybe everybody's finally back to work after this whole COVID crap, and now the roads are so much congested, and I don't know, did we forget how to drive, or are we just driving like a-holes? I don't get it. I have no idea. But anyway, got to just south of Indianapolis last night and decided to wash the truck. The truck was pretty dirty, so stopped at Blue Beacon. I got so lucky, man. Jesus Christ. I pulled in and there was not a single truck waiting. And as soon as I was pulling up and making a turn to go back to the bays, there were two trucks in there. The one just pulled out, so I got to pull right in there. Quick, easy in and out. And then got out of there, drove some more, and then stopped about halfway between Indianapolis and Fort Wayne, Indiana, off of exit 6 or off of I-69. I can't remember the exit number, to be honest with you. Now I gotta go and stop at the office real quick, since I'm gonna go by Lansing. I gotta go off to Flint, and I'm gonna just take 69 all the way. 69 goes north-south, but once it gets to Flint, it turns to the east, so it goes east-west. I'm gonna go to Flint. It's a GM load. Supposedly, I mean, it's Easter weekend, so for those celebrating, happy Easter to you. Supposedly they're supposed to be open today. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but the reason why the load paid so well is they require a 24-hour to 48-hour trailer drop, which is not a big deal because it's the weekend anyway. So I'm going to go drop it over there and then head on home. It was a really nice short week, but it's pretty good money. As far as the COVID shot, I was hoping it'll make my pee-pee a little bit bigger, but I guess they lied to me. No, everything's good with that, honestly. I was a little fearful initially because I didn't know what to expect. There's so many people that it affects it so differently, and you just don't know how it's going to affect you until you do it. But I got lucky, at least with the first dose. A lot of people that I know, they've gotten the second dose. Some people that have been, pretty sick for about 3 days, and other people, nothing. My mom did it. She works for a hospital, and she had nothing. To the point where we were, joking with her, my wife and I, about, are you sure they actually did a COVID shot? Did just give you some saline or something? But, I guess just her body, that's how it reacted. This weekend, hopefully the weather permitting, I am way behind on what I set a goal for myself on the W900. Obviously, when you're working and you're trying to do a project, it's tough, man. It's, obviously this truck has to take priority over that truck simply because, well, that's what's making me the money right now. So if something happens with this, then I gotta, obviously take care of this and go to work. as always, thank you for the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.